Thank you everyone for coming. So, I get the question a lot, how did I get involved in this charity, and why this charity? There's two reasons. One, because Maya's my friend, and I know the kind of person that Maya is, and the integrity that she has. So if there was a charity that she was involved in, it would be the best charity. And the other reason is, a few years ago, Maya posted a video on Facebook. And we all go on Facebook, we all see videos and kind of just look over them very fast. But this particular video was a video of an orphanage. And it was in the Ukraine. And it was of Maya handing this boy Vlad a ball. And in everyday life, getting a ball seems like nothing. It's easy, it's 99 cents, you give it to a kid, they play with it for 2 minutes and they throw it away. But this kid had never had a ball, had never had anything. And when he had this ball, his face lit up. And I said to myself, I have so much. We all have so much. If I can give anything to make this child's life a little bit easier, I'm gonna do it. And this is what I'm gonna do it with Maya's hope. I saw Maya hug and kiss this boy when his own parents gave him away. When he's 10 years old and he's in a crib. And I looked in the room and I'm seeing there's 10 other kids who are in cribs, who aren't getting the attention they need. And people like us are the ones who have to help these children. And that's why I got involved with Maya's Hope. There is one person who keeps Maya's Hope going, who is the beating heart of this charity, and that's Maya. Let me introduce Maya. Thank you.
Okay. So how many of you feel anxiety? Raise your hands. I think you're lying. There's more of you. Are you anxious at work? Are you anxious about fitting in? How many of you in here actually are anxious about what you're wearing right now, right? Oh my. Do you ever look at Twitter and feel anxious? Do you feel like you're not skinny enough, you're getting older? Somebody raise their hand in the back. Someone's honest. Well, this past week, I went to 2 lectures by Alain de Botton. He is one of my favorite writers and philosophers of all time, but I'm not going to bore you with that stuff. But what he started off with is how much anxiety we feel now more than ever. We feel worthless and insignificant. And I think that this is something that can apply to anybody in this room. Sorry, iPad. The thing about anxiety is that it's something that we actually create ourselves. Society, technology, our own pressures. How many of you are even checking your phone right now? Do you ever look at somebody is, 2 people. Do you ever look at people that you went to high school with and think like, I'm such a failure? But what is this anxiety? What are these fears that we face? Is this a New York City thing? Or is this a global problem? Are we just becoming anxious people? Again, people in the back, shh. Thank you. This weekend, I'll be honest, I was really anxious. I was so nervous about this event to the point I couldn't even function. I thought I was going to shut down. I could not think straight. I was nasty. I was really, really angry. And then I got a Facebook message Saturday night. Rosalind died. So all the preparations, everything that was weighing on my mind, they all scattered when I realized Rosalind's not even with us anymore. These problems that we make, whether it's Twitter, whether it's somebody at our jobs, they're not real. They're not real problems. These kids that we help have real problems. And it brought me back to why I started Maya's Hope. It was to help children who need someone to fight for them, to protect them, to help give them a better life. It was to actually love these kids. These children did not choose to be sick. They didn't choose to be born with deformities. They didn't even choose to be poor. None of them had this choice, just like you didn't get to choose who your own parents were. These children were rejected by their own parents. We live in a society now where we have anti-bullying campaigns. We're becoming more aware of the fact that we're all different. We're all special now, aren't we? But these kids don't have campaigns for them. They're tossed aside. They're put in an orphanage in the country where nobody's going to visit them. And they leave each day, they smile, they try to survive in their own worlds that they make up in their heads. For some of these children, they honest to God don't even know what love is. But there's a bright side to all of this. You see, since my first visit, we started hiring caregivers at one orphanage in Ukraine, and they've taken such good care of the children. We recently hired a massage therapist, which is the first time they've ever done this for the bedridden children. We saved a life of Igor with 2 surgeries. We now even fund his personal caregiver. I don't believe in spewing statistics. The reason is these kids are not statistics to me. They are really funny. They're unique. They dance. They're just like you and me. But when I look at them, I think, what if this could happen to my own child? Simply put, what if this could happen to you? Sadly, we did lose Ruslan last week. I'm going to tell you a little bit about him. He loves to be hugged. If I hold him, he will grab my arms to hold him tighter. And he has the sweetest laugh. Didn't really speak to me. He's 14, and he's blind. He was missing one eye, and the other eye just wasn't functioning. He was blind since birth, and last week he passed away. And all I have left are just videos. So I know that anxiety from living in New York City probably won't go away for me or for any of you in this room. It's a part of our culture. We're a city of overachievers, constantly connected to the world through our own phones. But what I can say is that if we can channel that anxious energy that makes us feel so worthless into actually helping others who have real problems, the world would indeed be a better place. Thank you.